Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast for the end of the weekend here, Friday, May the 1st. Let's quickly jump to our news items for this morning's session. We do have some news this morning at 10 a.m., the ISM Manufacturing PMI. Now, the numbers from yesterday obviously affected the market very much. The number of unemployment claims came in a little higher, a little over 389,000 more than was expected. But again, right around the ballpark. But the market is obviously in a technical situation where it was expected, obviously, to retrace. And this is what I mean. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. You need to always keep in mind, bear in mind, as a technical trader, the market, the technical aspect of the market leads these news. The market's absorbing news continuously, and it always seems to be ahead of the curve. Let me show you what I mean by that. If you look at the overall market, we have been talking for the last several days about the break of this flag here. We talked about that we are going to have some strong headwinds, and we talked about this area here. We talked about the 80, 200 moving averages. We talked about the market resisting there. And now you don't have to be a genius to figure that out, because if you look at the market generally, these moving averages are acting as support or resistance. Remember, here was the market. We had this trend line, straight channel heading down. Market finds its bounce here on March 23rd. Bounces off. Look at all the time it took to bounce out of the 20. Eventually bounces off the 20, and guess what? It uses the 20 as support, as we had talked about. And here you see the climb. Boom! It hits the F50 SMA. There's your resistance. There's the pullback. Breaks through. Use this as a support. Now continues up. Boom! Yesterday, that was the Wednesday, that was the high. The swing high of Wednesday was coming off, obviously, that particular SMA. We retested it and rejected it yesterday, and look at where we're opening up today. So where can we potentially go today? Well, we have a few areas where we can go to. The most logical area for support here is the 20 SMA once again. So can we move from here higher? Absolutely. Can we move lower here? Absolutely. Now we have an idea of which way the market's going to go, and it's going to try to trend in one way or the other. Our job is to identify within our time frames, the immediate time frames, where our hypothesis is leading us to pull the trigger. And here's another view at a higher time frame. Remember, we're in this huge compression here. Market clearly breaks through. There is the high. Market bounces off. This is the, by the way, right up here. This is the 80 SMA right up here. This is the 80 SMA. We can just write it right here, so that we can keep a perspective of what it is that's keeping this market from moving higher. You see that? So now you know that before we move any higher, the 80 SMA is going to be our test. So here's the market coming down, breaking through this trend line here. Can we move lower? Absolutely, we can move lower. We have plenty of room. The most logical place for this market to come to rest is right around this area here. Why? Whenever you have a downtrend line, market breaks it, it always tries to retest it somewhere along the line, So that's what we're looking at right there. Let's look at a trade chart here, so you can see a more immediate plan of what we're intending to do today in this market. So here we are. This is the intraday low. Clearly, market breaks through. It does create a gap here, but that gap was quickly filled, as you notice. Now the market continues lower. Create a trend line here, which is holding the market. Market is breaking through. Now, what could potentially happen here? Well, here are our north and south lines right now. Here is our resistance. Here is our support. As long as the market maintains within this area, you might get a little bit of chop. The clear winner is going to be clear break through this area, or a clear break through this area. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm waiting for that confirmation. And whichever way the market breaks, that's the direction that I'm heading, at least initially. And that's what we're doing this week and for the last session of trading this week. So have a great trading session. Have a super weekend and stay safe out there, traders.